Good evening. Have you guys ever heard of the channeler named Barbara Marciniak? That's how she started. I love her. She would always start with good evening. So, you guys, I haven't been live in over 2 months. I feel like I woke up out of a coma this morning that lasted 2 months. And I wasn't asleep. I was in the underworlds. I was in hell for 2 months, sorting through my stuff, sifting through my stuff, and I'm back. I am back. I am back. I am well. I am alive. I am here. So I'm not going to get into all the specifics of what happened to me, but I went vegan 2 months ago, detoxed my body, didn't work out for 2 months, wanted to sit with the energy and not run from it, not try to work it out or work it off. I really wanted to be with the energy and not just rid myself of the energy, because I think there's power when you can hold that light, because energy is light. Energy is light. Light is consciousness. And when you can withhold that consciousness, when you can withhold that light, your body can reform, your cellular structure can remorph itself, and recode itself. And I wanted to ensure that I was present with every moment of that. And oh, is the chat stopping you guys? Is it choppy? Is it choppy? Please let me know if it's choppy. It's choppy? Oh, it's perfect. Okay, good. Oh, yay, I'm good. Awesome. Shit. Telling me it's choppy. Shit. So anyways, I really recommend listening to some Erykah Badu and some Jill Scott during these times. All right. If you guys don't know who Jill Scott is, someone on my Instagram live said they didn't know who Jill Scott was. I'm like, how could you not know who Jill Scott is? Come on. All right. So I went vegan 2 months ago, and I've been a healthy vegan. All right. I'm not eating burgers and fries every night, beyond burgers and fries every night. I've been detoxing, having juices, having ginger, turmeric, fruit. You know, I'm a cookie monster and I haven't had cookies. I've been having fruit, um, watermelon, pineapple, kiwi. I love kiwi. I love mango. But that, yeah, you know, it's kind of rough when you've been eating meat your whole life to just go vegan and to stop working out altogether. And what else? I got a giant sty in my eye that was super aggressive. And then I caught the fever and got diarrhea. So it all happened in 2 months. Not to mention, you know, and this is what this energy update is going to be about, is I want to discuss how right now so many of us are having these aha moments. It's almost like we're pulling the curtains all the way back and we're realizing who our true friends are. We're really seeing like who has our back and who doesn't. And we've been here before. So I feel like this time is reminiscent of high school days, right? Or maybe you're in high school now, so you're probably going through it anyways. But we're going through a massive purge. Nothing that we didn't know because we've been through it before, but it's as if we're revisiting those abandonment wounds from our high school days when we wanted to be close with people, we wanted fellowship, we wanted to have pajama parties, and no one was around, and we felt abandoned. Okay, and I had that in high school. I thought my friends were so boring, so boring. I'm like, why do you want to go to bed at 9 p.m.? Let's just stay up all night. So I feel like we're very much revisiting these old narratives. revolving. Friendships, okay? And we're coming to the realization that a lot of our quote unquote friends didn't really have our backs. I know for me, the last 2 months, I had like one or two people reach out to me to go for coffee, but no one asked me to go over to their house. No one said, hey, come over and watch a movie with me. And I get, like, I had a sty that lasted 3 weeks, but still, like, love heals things. Love heals all things. And I felt very alone the last 2 months, and I made it through. I always pull through. Okay. Um, One of the things that's probably taking place for a lot of you right now is your family members are getting on your last nerve. My family members got on my last nerve the last 2 months. I already have a full plate with all this stuff I'm dealing with my detox, with not working out, and that was kind of easy. You know, I actually enjoy doing it because it happened organically. It wasn't like I forced it. I really heard my team, my guides upstairs say to me, Phil, drop all of that stuff. Drop all your bones. You know, drop your bone, little doggy. It's time to ascend to the next stratosphere. So the vegan part and the gym part, I was surprisingly pleased with how easy that was. And pleasant. Like, I actually enjoyed not working out. I actually enjoyed going vegan. So it wasn't forced. It didn't feel like it was mandatory, right? It felt like it came from my heart, from my soul. But the friendship piece, that was really tough for me. Like, realizing that I don't really have solid friends who care enough to invite me over to watch a damn movie. Okay. That was, I don't want to say it was eye-opening, but it was a revisitation of what I already knew in a way. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell you that I wanted friends before that. I was with Rex all the time for 2 years, every day. And Rex has been a huge blessing in my life. And also, I was living my life as a dot. I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted to be laser focused on my meditative practice. I wanted to be laser focused on just elevating my frequency, raising my consciousness. Thank you for all the donations, by the way. And also, bear with me because I haven't really talked in 2 months. So I need to do some like exercises with my jaw. So yes. All right. So my family members, going back to my family, I love my family to death. Okay. I love them to rebirth because we all have to evolve in life. And they were really agitating me because they kept worrying sick about me. They were worried sick about me. And as much as I appreciated that, I really needed to go through my stuff on my own without being bothered. So I found myself setting boundary after boundary after boundary, but every time I did it, I felt drained. So my message for you right now is, if you're finding yourself, if you're going through a rough patch, if you're discovering things about yourself that you didn't know before, rather than setting firm boundaries with your family, your best bet, and my mom's probably watching. I love you, Mom. She's probably asleep now, but she'll watch the replay. The best thing you could do is just ignore them. Ignore them. Just ignore your family. Okay? I love my family, but I had to ignore them for a while. I did try to set boundaries, but again, there was always a clapback because they genuinely care. And I love my family for that. And I had to explain to my father tonight, like, Dad, never question what I do because I'm an alchemist. I'm a traveler. I travel to the underworlds. I travel to hell deliberately to extract data and teachings that I can then share with people. All right. So I'm the guy who's learned how to be in the observer, and you can shake me to my core and you can cut my arm off and I can send myself to hell and I'll still come out alive. I'll still come out on the other side because, and he's like, I don't want to see you in pain. I'm like, Dad, you don't get it. I create pain. I create pain from the observer. so that I can then connect myself to what people feel that might be painful, so that I can then extract information for them, or remedies for them, or vibrational prescriptions for them, and then go through it for them to then help them cross that bridge. So I explained that to my dad tonight. I'm like, Dad, I'm a grown man. Please don't worry about me. All right. My job, just like a psychologist, is to study your psyche. My job as an alchemist, as a spiritualist, as a mystic, okay, who has actually assisted psychotherapists and psychologists in session, my job is to go into the darkness, okay? And kind of like a caterpillar that's like aggressively bashing against its cocoon, that's what I do all the time, so that I can retrieve these teachings and then help the people I love, which are you guys, and in helping you elevate into the next state, or into healing, or transmute whatever needs to be transmuted, whatever needs to be remedied, whatever needs to be nursed. I'm there for you. Okay. So my dad really got it. And last night, my mom, my sister, and I had a great FaceTime call. We all got back on the same page, and I just kind of reassured them. I reassured them, you guys, please don't worry about me. I'm good. Even when I don't seem good, I'm good. Like, my name is Phil Good. Everything I do is to feel better. It's to feel good. Okay. So let me just kind of turn it back to you. You might find that some of your family members right now are really irritating. And my suggestion to you, because I've been through this the last 2 months, is just ignore them. If you want to go through your own process, ignore them, but send them love. Okay? Send them love. And then maybe every few days or every week, check in and be like, hey guys, I love you. All is well. I'm doing my thing. I'm processing a lot, like everyone in the collective is right now. Like, everyone on a global scale is processing a shitload of stuff right now. No one is exempt from that. All right? No one's shit doesn't stink right now. Everyone is experiencing something. Everyone. And the way I'm wired is that when things like this happen, like global events, or like these momentous happenings happen, I go for it. I don't hold back. I'm like, wee, let's go all the way back down to hell and descend into the underworld, so that I can then get back into my angelic elevator and lift myself back up. That's what I do. I thrive on that. I thrive on that. And I do feel pain, okay? I feel a lot of pain. And it's not that I'm self-inflicting. It's that while I'm in these, while I'm exploring these different vibrational landscapes, I'm in the observer. I'm spectating every single thing that's going on, so that I can extract data to then light the world up, to then give people what they need, to impart this knowledge, so that you can be better equipped to navigate your own ascension. So either ignore your family, or be in your heart-centered space and keep telling them, right, reinforcing that you love them, that you're well, that you appreciate how much they care about you. Because if you take the approach of constantly justifying yourself, you're going to sound defensive. I sounded very defensive. All right? You're going to sound defensive, and there's going to be a clapback. So you don't want that, because remember, it's like adding fuel to the fire. You don't want to add fuel to the fire. What you want to do is pull it all the way back and ignore them altogether, or lean all the way in and say, guys, I love you so much. All is well. Thank you for caring. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have a family like you. So that's my first download, is people are going to trigger the hell out of you right now. But that's exactly and precisely what's happening. the hell is being triggered out of you. Okay? The hell is being triggered out of you because everyone's going through it right now. And what does this mean? Well, it means that the energies that they still hold that are rooted in fear, anxiety, stress, worry, concern, these are energies that belong to an older paradigm. They are energies that are anchored in more of a third dimensional reality, which means the old earth. We are now transiting into the new earth, which is love, which is light, and it feels light and it feels fluffy, okay? And it feels fluffy and it feels unified and it feels compassionate and it feels fun and it feels playful and it feels joyous. Everything else that hails from concern, that hails from worry, it belongs to lack. Okay? 5D, New Earth is abundant, it is bountiful, it is beautiful, okay? It is joyful. And 3D, Old Earth, which the split has already happened, you guys. The split has already happened. Boop, boop. Okay, 3D Earth is where you're going to find people who are riddled with fear and with all of that stuff. And it cripples them. Like they're almost handicapped by their own unresolved traumas. Okay, so everyone who's still stuck in 3D, who hasn't really done their work, okay, they haven't really done their work, what they're going to do is they're going to project their own issues onto you. If you've already graduated yourself into 5D, into New Earth, why should you retake a class that you've already graduated from? Doesn't make much sense, does it? By the way, thank you for the donations. I feel like I'm on a roll right now, but just know I'm sending you light, love. Ooh, I'm going to be broadcasting a lot of light in the next few days. I'm so back. Like, I feel so good. So disengage from any drama, disengage from anything that is traumatic, problematic, or dramatic. I like that. Dramatic, problematic, or traumatic. Now, the people from your life, in your life, who haven't done the work, who haven't gone into the shadow and hugged their shadow and said, we are the same, which most of you have done, you're like, I'm going to reconcile with you because my shadow is just thirsty for love, which is why it's black. It's shadow-like. But because I love my shadow, I'm going to inject it with light, and then I'm going to realize that it was me all along that was trying to get my attention. It was me all along that was trying to get my attention, that was thirsting for my love. It was thirsting for my love, and I finally acknowledged it, and I finally outstretched my hand, and I said, come over here, you silly one. Let me give you a big hug and inject you with love and with light. Okay? Your shadow is you. It's the aspect of you that you're running from. It's the part of you that you cannot get rid of because, as you can see, your shadow is always here, right? Do you see my shadow? So Peter Pan had to stitch his shadow. You can't get rid of your shadow. You have to integrate your shadow. You have to integrate your shadow. You have to become one with your shadow. That should be your number one business. It's not about merging with another company, y'all. It's about merging with your shadow. All right? So put all the mergers on hold and merge with your shadow. Okay? So, I don't know why I'm doing this weird sound, but I'm just happy to be on here with you guys. So, Jesus, she's so loud up there all the time, like honey. All right, so, all right, so your family, is going to get on your last nerve. That's because they haven't dealt with their stuff. They haven't dealt with their unattended issues, with their unresolved traumas, with their unresolved dramas. So your job is not to go back to summer class and take Calculus 1 because you've already graduated from Calculus 1. All right? We don't want to take a class that we've taken before. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. But you also don't want to be incompassionate and separate off from your family, like divorce yourself entirely, because that's not what we're here to be. We are here to be the stewards of New Earth. We are here to hold their hand and not do the work for them, but rather be a mirror of love. All right? Be reflective of the love that they are, that they may not be able to perceive that they are. Let me repeat that. You need to be reflective of the love that they are, that they may not be able to perceive that they are. All right? Because when people are getting put through the ringer, they go to the worst case scenario. Okay? They get erratic, they get frantic, they're not able to cool their jets, to compose themselves. So we have done the work to be the exemplification, very fancy word, to be the exemplification of what it's like to be a pillar of light. A pillar of light isn't harsh. I was pretty harsh the last month. I was like, y'all need to leave me alone. I'm going through my own stuff right now, and y'all need to back off and back all the way back, okay? I don't need that right now. I was a little harsh, but we've come around and we're fine. So I'm telling you now, the boundaries, they won't really work for you, all right? They're probably going to backfire. So what you want to do is either be love, extend that compassion with an open heart, or pull all the way back and ignore them. Okay, number 2. You're going to start to have recollection of the people in your life that you probably didn't give the day of time to, or the time of day to. Yeah, time of day. That you probably didn't give the time of the day to, that genuinely cared about you. Those people are probably going to start to stream into your mind, you know, as people who genuinely cared about you, but you never gave them the time of day. And that's happened to me too. I had recollection of people who really jumped out as being people who wanted to be my friend, or wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I was very cold with them. I wasn't cold with them. I knew they weren't the one, and I knew that I wasn't in a position to be their friend because I was so busy with my own stuff at the time. But I have texted a few of those people and said, hey, you're an amazing person, and I just want to let you know that I really appreciated you, taking the initiative to show that you cared, like a Care Bear, about me in a time where I couldn't really reciprocate that. And you're a very, very special person. And I would love to see you sometime. And luckily for me, the feedback was really positive and no one shut me out. And I had maybe 2 people that came to mind as being people that stood out for me. People who genuinely cared, who did little gestures to show that they cared. And I've been sending them texts and checking up on them and saying, hey, how are you? Just to show them that I care. So you might have those people pop up like a Google ad in your mind, and don't dismiss those signs from the universe, because those people are coming into your mind for a reason. Okay, maybe the timing was off before, and maybe the timing is right now, and or not. But it doesn't matter, because you can never go wrong if you extend kindness to someone. You can never go wrong if you extend kindness to someone. So I recommend that if anyone pops into your mind, um, and you remember them as being like a really stand-up individual that really showed you, that demonstrated that they loved you, that they cared about you, then to reach out to them and use it as an exercise if you want. You know, if you're still practicing how to open your heart, just see it as practice. Like, yo, let me get this heart open and let me text people that are good to me, and use that as an exercise to stretch your heart open, or to break your heart open, right? We want to blast open the floodgates of love. We want to blast open the floodgates of abundance. We want to reciprocate what was given to us or what we gave to people. We want vibrational reciprocation, because the way that this universe is designed, okay, I'm still learning how to articulate. I haven't talked in like 2 months. Okay. Okay, cool. It's been a while. I need to probably warm up. But we live in a universe that has a balancing sheet. Okay, the universe has a balancing sheet. So what you give will always come back to you, always, because the universe sees you, because the universe is you. It's the universe. It's the universe. So if someone gave to you love, or they called you to check up on you, now you can check up on them. And if you don't, it's fine, because someone else will on your behalf, because we're all one, right? We're all part of a universal mind, of a one mind. It's a uni mind. It's a one mind. We are all part of a collective consciousness, all right? And within that consciousness, there are different bandwidths, or different tiers, or different levels of consciousness. So not everyone is operating within the same bandwidth of consciousness, but we're still all part of the one mind. All right? It's the mind of source. We're in God's mind, God, creator, source. We're all part of the one mind, and we're learning how to work in concert with each other, to harmonize, to synchronize, to become one, to vibrate in unison, so that we can restore peace, so that we can restore back into love, so that we can radiate this love and promote transformation on a global scale. Okay? So someone said the shadow behind me is like a person. It is a person. It's me. And we are one. But the shadow is the illusion, or I'm the illusion. Who knows? So that's my message for you guys tonight. Okay? Is number one, quick recap. Number one, the people who trigger you, ignore them, knowing that you'll get back to them with love, but you need to go through your own personal process right now, because your process is sacred and you need to honor your process. Okay? Or you can engage with them, but come from a loving place, compassionate place. And then number two, and when you do decide to reach out to them, just say like, hey, don't worry about me. I'm very aware of what I'm doing. I'm a pro at this. I'm a light worker. I'm a way shower. And in order to show the way, I need to go to the depths of the darkness sometimes, or to jump into that dark abyss to extract data to better serve humanity. But I'm fully cognizant of what I'm doing. So please never worry about me. I love you, and I'm here, and I'm back. Wow, we have 800 people in the house. People need to go to bed right now, but I'm very pleased. And then number two is reach out to the people who gave to you. And that can reach so far into the cosmos when you do that, right? That acknowledgement that I see you because you saw me, and I wasn't in a position to fully see you. So that's it. I love y'all. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'm going to go create a really cute thumbnail for you guys. And I'm happy we did this. And thank you for the donations, all of you. And if you'd like to donate and you weren't here for the live, my link is feelgoodlife.com/donate. feelgoodlife.com/donate. I'll attach it below. I'll attach the link below, and I will speak with you in another version of The Now. Much love.